the treasurer of accounts correct so she can perform her duties. Seconded by Sister Desi Matthews. Motion passed. Sister Roshonda Herron made the motion that we have the president and the financial secretary be given permission to pay the annual conference bills as needed, such as programs, repass, church school offering, late night speaker, special assessment for disaster relief, deal sharing, travel lodging, etc. Motion seconded, voted, and passed by the body. Adjournment. Due to the length of the meeting, Sister Beverly Outler, motion for adjournment, seconded by Brother Dennis Murphy. Late benediction was recited, and Brother Murphy also did the grace for the repast following the meeting. Minutes by Brother Reginald Robinson, Acting Secretary, Phyllis Fowler, President.
You have heard the minutes from our last meeting. At this time, I would like to entertain a motion. It has been moved and seconded that we accept the minutes as presented. Question? Comments? Any other items? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like sign. Motion passes. At this time, we would have our financial secretary's report, followed by our treasurer's report. Is it?
Good evening, everyone. Were you able to get all the copies?
I'm going to get some.
If you do not have a copy, can you share? We did 40 copies, and they are making some additional copies for you. And I thank them for that. I'm sorry. Do you have anything now? Financial?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you pass it to, at least to the president? Did you have any in Solomon Woodward?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you just take them out and pass it to her? Oh, I thank you so much. She's passing. Brother Allen, thank you for helping. We'll get started for the second time. This is the monthly report from November the 1st, 2016 to November 30th, 2016. We had late night pre-offering on October the 20th, 2016. Totals $150. Late reception, $50 on October 24th. Late witness pre-offering. Grand total was $3,055. Late night reception was $275. Budget for Melancholy Central was $725. Making a grand total receipt of $4,255. We had youth conference expenses. The checks are listed there. And the grand total of that was $5,566.39. So December 31st, we had no dues. We had pre-offering late night on the Melancholy Central, total $1,010. We had retreat February 2017 of $40. We had Samuel Bradley Scholarship, 1/6/2017. We're in 17, so I guess Greater New Hope is $210.50. Government Title Bar 25, Laura Honor 25, Future 25. Grand total was $310.50.
the financial secretary's report. Now, to have a full financial overview, we're gonna also have our treasurer's report, which will have some of this in it as well, because it's a combination. No. But first, what I'd like to do, I would like to accept the financial secretary's report. Could I have a motion for that? For informational. Okay, okay. It's been moved and seconded that we accept the financial secretary's report for informational purposes only. Question? All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Aye. All those opposed, like signs. Okay. Now we will have our treasurer's report.
They might not be able to make it large enough to, hopefully. Yeah, and we can do all that. Just go down to the final, on that one, just the final. This is the, cause mine starts from February. Just go down to the bottom line and total on it for the closing on the, Wells Fargo account. If anyone wants a copy of this, if you could get with your district president, and I'll send the complete file to them, so you can have it. We killed too many trees, so we need to go green a little bit more here. So if you could get with your district presidents, we only have a few copies for the district presidents and the executive board to see. So what we did was we went back to go through the Wells Fargo account to bring it to final to close out on it, and to go through all of the transactions on the Wells Fargo account. Is that the which one? Yeah, bring it over some to see the names, so we zeroed out the Wells Fargo account. Go up, yeah, cause that's closed, that's showing something else, yeah, that was here. Okay, so those are the last few transactions on the Wells Fargo account. Move it over to the last few transactions on the Wells Fargo account, to go ahead and close that, and that was the withdrawal, the $2,600, and then the $247.21 to close out the Wells Fargo account after we did the review on that one. And then we went to the, go over to the next one, the check register ViStar. And we opened up the ViStar account. And now when the ViStar account is open, those funds that you saw was totaled to be over $3,000 that you saw to close out the Wells Fargo account. They were actually split between a savings account and a checking account in order to open up the ViStar account. Then it basically just shows all of the transactions through that up until the end of December, leaving the grand total in the account. In both of the accounts, go up to the top and it'll show you the total for both of the accounts put together. Yeah. Push it over. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. $1395.03 is the current that's in the checking account, and there's the total is $3,120 in the savings account. and a total of $4,515.52 altogether in both accounts. And then also what I did, also I had on there, the cash flow, yes ma'am. It might not be big enough to see, but we had a cash flow, so where we started from February, so we could see how the funds were flowing all the way through, on the various transactions, the income, how the cash was receipted, and also those things that we paid out on as well. Then which of course it ends up with the same total in January. At the beginning of January, we started off with $4,515.52 in all accounts. Okay, so we went through all of that, and I spoke with the president on yesterday, because I know one of the things they were saying about the Wells Fargo account was because of the maintenance, the monthly service fee, and this was $14 a month. But by the time that account, we actually closed out, that account was closed, the account had been changed over where there wasn't a maintenance fee of $14. Only way that would have been a maintenance fee if it would have been, the account would have dropped under $500. So the Wells Fargo account, it was one account. So right now there's two accounts that you're splitting. And from what she was, the reasoning for they're making, both of them have interest on there with ViStar, which of course, I mean, what we're to do is raise our money for our expenses is not really a concern because we're a nonprofit. So, and with me, with my recommendation when I was speaking to her was still basically, as I said before in the last meeting, I'm still, as far as when it comes to organizations like this, with the bank, because we have the debit cards and all that people are using these days, but a lot of times when you're out of town and something might happen, the banks are more universal, the credit unions aren't. And also when it comes to their reporting, as far as their looking at their statements and going online and all, the banks have a better capability of doing that than the credit unions do. So again, like I said, if y'all need more copies of this and you have any questions, you can get copies of this from your district president. But like I said, my recommendation is still to be with Wells Fargo versus ViStar.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Who do we need to get bank cards to give credit cards to use open?
Who do we?
Yeah, who do we need to give free hand to have a bank credit card to use open?